In ancient Egypt, killing a cat wasn't just a crime. It was a death sentence. Didn't matter if it was an accident. Didn't matter if you were a Roman soldier, a nobleman, or a priest. You killed a cat, you died. But here's what history books almost never tell you. There was one cat, one ancient, divine, terrifying creature that wasn't just protected by law. It was the only reason the sun rose every single morning. And tonight, we talk about it. Every night in ancient Egypt, the people believed the world ended. Not metaphorically, literally. When the sun disappeared, it descended into a place called the Duat, the Egyptian underworld, a realm of shadow, silence, and something far worse, Apophis. Apophis, also called Apep, was the serpent of chaos, ancient, boundless, hungry. Every single night, this creature ambushed the sun god Ra as he sailed through the underworld on his solar bark. If Apophis ever won, the sun would never rise again. Humanity, gone. The universe, unmade. And the only thing standing between Apophis and total annihilation wasn't an army, wasn't a pharaoh. It was a cat. The ancient Egyptians called it simply the Great Mao, the Great Cat. Depicted in sacred texts, including the Book of the Dead, as a divine being who stood beneath the sacred Eshed tree of Heliopolis. Every single night. Waiting. This wasn't a pet. This wasn't a symbol. This was a warrior deity wearing the body of a cat. And its enemy was the most lethal force the ancient world had ever imagined. Here's where it gets genuinely disturbing. The Egyptians didn't just worship cats to honor this myth. They weaponized it. When Persian King Cambyses II invaded Egypt in 525 BC, he reportedly ordered his soldiers to carry live cats into battle because the Egyptians refused to risk harming a single one. An entire army paralyzed by their devotion to the divine cat. The Persians won the battle. Egypt fell. All because of what the cat represented. The sacred, the forbidden, the untouchable. Now close your eyes and picture this. It is the night that almost never ended. Ra's bark moves through the Duat. The air is wrong. The darkness, thicker than usual. Then, from beneath the black water, it rises. The serpent's body wraps around the solar bark like a vice. Tighter. Tighter. The gods aboard Ra's ship, they panic. Even the great Set, god of storms, strains against the creature's coils. But then, silence. The cat, this ancient divine being, locks eyes with Apophis. No fear, no hesitation. It raises one razor-edged claw and severs the serpent's head with a single lethal strike. Apophis dissolves into the black water. The bark surges forward, a sliver of gold on the horizon. Dawn. The sun rises. It always rose, because the Great Mao never lost. Now here's the question that nobody can fully answer. Why do cats do that? You've seen it. Everyone has. Your cat, your perfectly ordinary domesticated cat, stops dead in the middle of a room and stares, not at you, not at the wall, at something. Ancient Egyptians didn't think this was strange at all. They believed cats existed in two worlds simultaneously, the world of the living and the shadow world beneath it. They believed that when a cat stared into an empty room, it was still doing its job, still guarding, still watching the darkness that you and I simply cannot see. The ancient Egyptians built an entire civilization on this belief. They weren't afraid of the dark. They just made sure to keep a cat nearby. And maybe they were onto something. If this made you look at your cat a little differently tonight, that's exactly how the Egyptians felt every single morning when the sun came up. Drop a comment below. Has your cat ever stared at something you couldn't see? Like, subscribe, and whatever you do tonight, don't make your cat angry.